Yes, we back, y'all. Wow.
We are back.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. Y'all already know who it is. It is your favorite podcast, your favorite power team, and we are definitely in the building from a
Yeah.
long vacation, and we've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So if we do have anyone on the show tonight is rocking with us, and you are new, thank you so much for joining and tuning in because we already know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be right here with us. And for those of you guys that don't know who we are, we would like to formally go ahead and introduce ourselves. I go by the name of Kesha Kesh.
And I'm your boy, Dr. Real, Mr. Motivational. Let's go. Let's get it. We got a lot to talk
Let's
about tonight,
go.
evening.
Yes, we do. We
Yeah.
got so much to talk about. And honestly, I was like, I got another thing and another thing. And I was thinking about so much stuff. I don't know if it was because, we've been gone for so long or what, but I was excited to get back. Cause like, you know how we always say, it just feels like a family reunion. When we come
Yeah.
back and rock with the family on Wednesday nights, we just get to talking. We got a lot to talk about, y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all know how we like to do. Chime in, engage with us, chat with us, share your thoughts. This is the no judgment zone.
Man.
So we just want to have fun with this and just have a really
Yes.
good time.
Absolutely.
So
Happy to be back. What's going on, y'all? How's y'all
I
Thanksgiving?
know.
Everything
Yes,
good. Good.
yes, it is.
Everything
It's
good.
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 It's good.
Everything good.
Good to be back. So, which topic should we dive into tonight? You know what? I don't know if we posted we were going to talk about this in chat, but it's been blowing up on social media everywhere. So I think we should just touch on it really quick.
So,
All right, now, and I saw a post earlier, just right before we got in, but there was this topic going around about buying your son a kitchen set, for Christmas. Kind of like I think how the girls get the easy bake ovens, or the kids get like the kitchen set and they start to cook and things like that. I even saw something that was funny because this one guy was talking about how expensive the easy bake ovens are for Christmas. He was like, hell no. He's like, I'm getting my daughter an air fryer. I'm like, you gonna get the baby an air fryer? He was just saying like it's so expensive now for the easy bake ovens. But the guys were a little upset, Dr. Real. So I was trying to understand it and I was trying to relate because I'm like, well, I gotta kind of see it from different perspectives because I don't have a son. I have daughters. So the guys were more like, no, I'm not gonna be buying a kitchen set for my son. And a lot of the ladies, they kind of felt the same way if they had sons as well. But I think I was a little puzzled because I was like, men cooking nowadays. So this one guy, he said, well, yeah, he said, but at the same time, that's something that you learn. That's a skill that's taught by mama. That's a skill that's taught by granny. And that, that's not something that you buy a set for and you teach a son, and my son won't be getting one. So I started pausing again. I'm like, let me try to figure out and look at this from all perspectives. Like, why is everybody so upset about the kitchen set? What's your thoughts, Dr. Real?
well, it's like anything else. We like to either sexualize or we'll genderize. I know it's not a word, it's mine. I'm making it up. I don't care if you like it. We genderize things. Like, for instance, your daughter might have an interest in fixing stuff. You might see it early off in the early age that she really skilled at fixing things. So why when you buy her or like a power tool set, she obviously has a natural skill set. Why would you encourage that? But because we put a gender on stuff and we put these traditional roles and things, you buy the girl the kitchen set and the baby doll because in the mind of men, they cook and they take care of the kids. But cooking is a life skill. That's not that's a life skill. It's crazy. Like, how would you not want to know how to feed yourself? You know what I mean? Because now you're depending on other people to do it for you. And they're just like, what? So you get with somebody and you can't cook. They're responsible for feeding you. And if they don't feel like, and Lord forbid you get with a narcissist and they know you can't do for yourself.
Right.
So I know it took a long way around, but for me, it don't make no sense. It doesn't really make a difference because again, a woman can't even eat a banana or an ice cream cone in public without somebody sexualizing it versus her
Yes.
just eating it, right?
Yep.
So it's the same thing, for the traditional roles. People
Right.
people again, I keep saying this. People want a traditional world in a modern world, and those two lifestyles don't work together. You see,
Yeah.
you can't
And
mix that. So
I get it. And I want to reason with that. I mean, I get the point the guy was making. I understand how it was back in the day. And I also understand the point you made, like with the daughters. But that's how it was back in the day because it was totally different. A lot of men weren't cooking back in the day. So I'm saying I could see the way times are changing and people are saying, well, you know what? There are a lot of guys cooking. There are a lot of chefs. There's a lot of things different from how it was back then. So it's cool. Not only that, there's a lot of women that's fixing on their own cars now. They ain't got
yes,
no damn choice.
yes,
So I'm saying, yes, I get how it used to be. And it goes back to some of the things we always talk about sexually or whatever. We keep trying to go back into the traditional ways and things are just not traditional anymore. And I think a lot of times we're so worried about what everybody's going to say. If you, for you in your house, if you have a certain foundation and you have certain values, nothing can offset that no matter what the hell you bring in there because you are training up your household, your child, you're leading and you're doing certain things. That's just really what it is. To be afraid to show that your son has a kitchen set or to be afraid to show that your daughter or somebody has a tool set is just you're afraid of what everybody's going to say. Like if it genuinely comes from you, I respect it. Cool. But you're the leader of your household. Like I don't know. That's just
it,
my thoughts on it.
it's those gender roles. They place it in toys too. Like I said, they just that principle, that mindset is put into inanimate objects. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not a girl. I know it's normally a girl who gets the cleaning set. I get it. That's
Mm-hmm.
what she's seen. But if a father decided to do that, I don't. That's his kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's his kid. Who we to put our societal judgments on somebody who want to do that for their kid? That don't mean
I agree.
anything. I don't mean he's less masculine or more less masculine than the next young man that got a
I agree.
football court.
I
So,
agree. I agree. I just want to kind of touch on it because it's been going on social media. It started like over the weekend, but then it started picking back up today. And then I started running across some posts today, and I'm like, dang, they still talk about this. So let's just chime in and talk about it in chat for a second.
he's
But
talking about.
yes, but even if you tune in later on, the comments are in the section here. Share your thoughts. No judgment zone. I just really want to truly understand it. Like, what's up? How you feel about that? Okay, so moving on to some other news. My condolences to Nick Cannon's baby boy that passed away.
Absolutely.
He talked about it. I saw him break down. I was like, dang, it just kind of touched me a little bit because he was in tears. I didn't even know Nick Cannon had 7 kids.
Oh yeah.
Like, where the hell I did not know he had 7 kids, but he does have 2 sets of twins. But this little baby was about 5 months old. And the baby had like a brain cancer, I think. And they've been battling with it, but he lost the fight. And just a really, really, really sad situation. Anytime something like that happens,
Oh
it's
yeah.
something that we can't control. But my heart goes out to Nick, and he seemed like he was. That's something you can never cope with. Everybody cope with things differently. I'll just say that. But he was very positive when he spoke about it, but just kind of wanted to give my condolences there when it comes to what happened to his son. That's just terrible, something terrible that he's experiencing.
Yes. I mean,
But
I could imagine it. That's just the crazy thing about life is how, we always love to say how short life is, but just look how fast that baby's lifespan was.
yeah,
Only 5 months they got a chance to be on this earth.
5 months.
You know what I mean? It's crazy how that is. But my condolences to his family. I can't imagine going through that as a
Yeah.
father of 4 kids that just would tear you apart. But
Right.
keep yourself in prayer. I'm not gonna sit here and say everything happens for a reason, because sometimes a lot of times right now that doesn't help. But get your head up, you know what I'm saying, heal your heart, heal your mind, and you know what I'm saying, in all reality, the baby's in a better place. Whether you realize that or not. So
Absolutely. So again, our condolences to Nick Cannon. If you guys did know about that, say a prayer for him, show him some love. He's on all social media sites. I'm not sure if he reads it or not, but show him a little bit of love there. He definitely needs it.
definitely.
Okay, moving on, moving on. So, Dr. Real, we were talking about this whole I don't know, I shared the clip when you first came back, and we were talking about the older the COVID that was out, and now there's a new strand that's out. And I'm like, all right, now hey, I don't want no problems with anybody. I think this is cool for us to talk about because it just hit. We can try to comb through it together a little bit and understand it, but I'm not gonna lie, it's very, very confusing to me. Now, the reason why I'm confused is because I'm gonna put two ships over here. You got a ship right here that tells me if I have this, I have the symptoms to kind of make me know that this is something that I have. Well, with this new one, they're saying you don't have any symptoms. Now, yeah, they said there's no symptoms. They said that you will not lose. They said it's very mild. This is something new that came out today. It says very mild versus the other one, and that you wouldn't lose your sense of taste and smell and all of that, but you may have a little cough.
Okay.
And it spread through. It's over here now. It was in 50 other countries, is what it said, but it's here now. And there was signs that it's going to spread really, really fast. They said, not sure how harmful it is, but it's going to spread really, really fast. So that's what we know about it. But what is it that we don't know? We know that you don't have any symptoms, is what they're saying. I don't really know how to tell you to prepare for that, but there's not symptoms. What have you? Any thoughts on it?
Oh yeah. When I did my little research on it earlier, just checking out from what I didn't know that it started in Botswana and in South Africa, in last month. That's how crazy stuff does. That's when they first, I guess, not really discovered it, but the first people who got sick. And now with this spreading like wildfire, it's to the point now, the NBA players is not vaccinated. If they go to Canada, they can't come back to the United States.
Wait, you said what now?
The NBA players that are unvaccinated, if their team goes to play the Toronto Raptors and they're not vaccinated, they can't come back to the United States. So they ain't playing no games right now with these new strains. But Dr. Fauci, which I really can't really trust a lot from him no more, because he done went back and forth with the mask and everything.
Right.
The existing boosters that they have will help combat this new strain, which Black people have officially called the Omarion variant. I said, okay, we done named it the Omarion, the B2K.
Marion, I saw that.
I was like, well, y'all.
But they were saying the guy that caught it, he caught it because he didn't have the booster. They said that he was vaccinated, but because he hadn't had the booster, that is what made him catch it. I don't understand that either, but it did. Something else that I researched about these all this stuff. Something else that I researched was this. And I haven't found that when it came to the stuff, the new viruses or the vaccine, the new stuff for the vaccines, the dosage and all this stuff. When a baby, the shots and things that the babies get when they're born, and everybody always say, well, when your baby was a baby, they got this and you didn't know what was in it. But what I do know is how expensive it is. I looked it up. One little hit and one little dosage of that runs you about $15,000 to $20,000 a pop.
Wow.
So if you see what I'm saying? I
That's crazy.
looked and researched upside down all around trying to figure out how much a pop of the new stuff costs.
Mhm.
Because if you hitting for 15, 20,000 for those, even like the stuff for the when they what hepatitis, or they have a scale of this stuff broke down from when that you have to get the
Mhm.
shots and everything. But I'm like, where is the stuff for the new stuff? I could only imagine it's triple, Dr. Real, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
So people not really looking at that part of it, because they're not walking up with money out of their pockets that they're having to pay. They're just pretty much saying, I'm gonna get it, whatever. Insurance cover this much. I don't, they're paying for it. But what I'm saying is it's still a fee involved. There's always a fee with something. And if that is 15 to 20,000, how much you think this costs a pop?
Mm. Getting that money, boy. I'm getting
Getting
to
that money. I'm
that.
just, I'm just, I'm an overthinker, and I've been thinking about it. I'm like, damn, whoo,
I
they
mean, but
making.
I knew when the COVID-19 hit that there's going to be about 800 remixes to it before it's all said and done. If there's a new flu strain almost every other year, we couldn't think this would be anything different. It's going to keep
Mm-hmm.
mutating because that's what viruses do. So it ain't going nowhere. It ain't never going nowhere. You might well get this is make this your new norm. COVID is one of those things going to be here and it ain't going anywhere. It's not going to be
Right,
eradicated. It's going to be you got the flu vaccine that don't cure the flu. It just helps you fight it better. You have to get them COVID vaccines because it's going to be here. It's not going anywhere. Whether you believe it was man-made, uh, intentionally inflicted on society, those things we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? We won't
right,
know it until we're dead and gone, and they research this part of that time, and they may find out like they did about the crack in LA with the CIA. They may find out later on this was
right,
population control. There's so many people on this earth, and they had to get rid of some folks. And what
right,
easier way to do it than with the virus? I don't know.
right.
I'm just talking. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just talking. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just talking.
Woo, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I'm telling you, this is
Y'all better be
like,
careful,
I don't
man.
know.
Be careful.
I'm just,
Seriously.
I made a post and I told everybody, it's so hard to understand, but it kind of goes back to what you were saying too. Live life, like do your research, be smart, make smart decisions. But at the end of the day, we can't keep walking around here on our tiptoes trying to figure out like what can we do, what can we not do. You just got to be smart.
Here's the thing. You can go to damn Kroger and catch the Marion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can travel 2 miles from your house and catch it, you might as well take your ass, to Barbados or to Belize or wherever the hell else you want to go. Because if you're gonna catch it,
Mm-hmm.
you can catch it right around the corner at 7-Eleven. You might as well go and catch it drinking a Mai Tai on the beach. I'm not trying to make this no funny thing or what I'm saying or in
No,
discredit.
you're being serious. Me too.
It's like what's really the difference at the end of the day?
Right. This is what kind of made me think about it. I'm like, you know what? We could think about this stuff all day and just miss out on life. They made a post the other day. It was a cruise ship. Now, all of us know that the requirements for the cruise, you have to show proof of being vaccinated. That's one. And you have to take a test like right before boarding. Like they made it strict to where they're trying to cover people. Well, I was very confused to how 19 people got it on the cruise.
The Norwegian.
This
I'm like,
happened like did you see that?
like what?
19
Y'all
people.
dock in New Orleans? Why y'all just didn't dock in the middle of the damn ocean? Why you bring that crap back over here? Like,
Right. They said it was 19 people. And I'm like, okay, so when? But they said none of them had any symptoms. So at that point, I'm like, that goes to show you no matter what you do, there, if you're gonna get it, it's kind of hard to run from it. Like you said, you go to Kroger, you can get it.
I mean, all I
If you're
know,
gonna get it.
if you have a fever, you need to get yourself checked out because that fever could be
Yeah, you
now.
need to pay attention.
It could be the flu or you had strep throat. Now you got a flu. You might want to go see what's popping with it. Because it could be something more serious, you know what I'm saying, than we given credit to in the past. Like this whole stuff is mind-boggling how
It
This
is.
going on year 2, almost by year 3 of this thing. So that's why I say, it's not going anywhere. It's president
It's just
accountable.
gonna always be another one to develop.
It's
That's
going
it.
to be different variants until we ain't here no more. Then it's going to be
Yep.
something else after that. I mean, how many
Yep.
we done had SARS, we done had the bird flu, we done had swine, we done had
Wine,
all
everything.
these things, and it's gonna be something else 2 years from now. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Something else and something else. It's gonna always gonna be something. You know, and then we keep digging around in places I think we need to stop digging at. Like in
Yeah.
Antarctica, there's stuff, there's germs and probably bacteria that's frozen in those areas they're digging in that ain't seen this earth in a long time. When you mess
Right.
around, I know it sounds like a movie, but if you mess around and release some of that stuff that we don't have no immunity to at all because we never had to encounter this germ before.
Mm-hmm.
Like if some stuff just need to be left the hell alone. Like leave the
Right.
ocean alone. Okay, you seen the weird looking fish that popped up on the damn up on the beach the other day. This
Yep. I
stop
saw
dumbing
that.
down. Stop. Leave the ocean alone. Let them things that live in the dark part of the ocean, they don't see the top, stay where they at. Just leave
Right.
it alone. We cool. Stop
Right.
being nosy people. We ain't gotta discover every damn thing. We good. Just
Right.
chill out.
Yeah. It's crazy. Y'all just hey, again, be smart, make smart decisions. Don't overthink it and drive yourself crazy because it ain't going nowhere. This is stuff that's going to continue to happen for the next couple of years. I don't see it going anywhere. I just see new things coming. So just be smart, be proactive, and enjoy life. That's really pretty much all I can say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are you here?
moving on because we got so many topics, y'all. We were excited to get back to sit here and have the family reunion with y'all. We got so much to talk about.
Yes.
So next topic we want to jump into. This was something that was going on also, and I kind of laughed about it, but didn't mean I agreed with it. But at the same time, I wanted us to talk about it because I want to share my insights too. And it was a meme that was posted, and it said, "Men cheat accidentally, but women cheat to hurt." I was like, oh, I started pondering on that. Now, do I think men cheat accidentally? No,
No such thing as accidental cheating. That's some
it
bullshit.
isn't.
Bullshit right there.
But and my sisters, my ladies, I don't take what I'm saying wrong. But do women cheat to hurt? Yes, I feel that women do definitely cheat to hurt. I'll share my thoughts, but y'all chime in. What are your thoughts? That's what it said. So that's that.
Right here.
I want to hear from the men. I want to hear from the ladies. We just chatting. It's the no judgment zone. So, fellas, if you are on here, is it true that men cheat accidentally?
No.
And do women cheat to hurt?
You can type in and look up accidental cheating and you'll see some damn psychiatrist trying to explain away damn that. No one accidentally trips and fall on a penis or trip and fall into a vagina. That stuff is all planned. Whether you say it's spontaneous or not, hell no, it's not. Because you took the time to text the person to set up the date. You took the time to get dressed for it. You took the time to take a shower and wash your ass and get your stuff all pretty. Women, you put your matching box on and panties and shit. You need anybody to give it up. Dudes, you extra making sure everything look good and everything. You might do a little but you put all that planning into it, so it's not accidental for the men. So I'm sorry, fellas, you think I'm not on your side. I'm just saying there's no accidental in either one, men or women. And as far as the hurt part, if she knows you cheating, yeah, then it's her action is going to be to church because she know you out there creeping on her. She's gonna do something because women know men are ego driven.
Yes.
This is why when it comes to like about to break up and he might not be well endowed, your first attack gonna be on his penis. Not because you know that's an ego thing, right? I mean, let's keep the shit above. That's an ego
Right.
thing. So there's some truth to it. If they would have took the accidental part out of the cheating for men and just put a line through that and just say, men cheat for the same reason women do? Because if you cheat, you're cheating for these are your excuses. Not paying no attention to me, not giving enough sex up, not mentally connected. Is all those things. Those things that you can talk about with your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend before you go out and cheat. I don't care. There's no reason, and this coming from a person who's been on both sides of the fence. Okay, so this ain't no capping. I've been a cheater and a cheatee. There is no excuse for it, no matter what you say. If the sex not good, either y'all gonna go figure it out. There's too many damn things you can do to add spice to the sex life. You know what I'm saying? Too much stuff. But that talking about, oh well, you're not paying no attention to me, or it's boring. Okay, it's never gonna be like it was the first 3 months that we got together. Be serious. You ain't honeymoon.
It's gonna always change.
There's gonna be some fade to it. I've read a quote that say women when they're in a long-term relationship, their sex drive dies because women, like I think I talked about this before. They said women back in the day, because they were, the men wanted them to stay just barefoot and pregnant. Women want to be out getting their thing on, no different than us.
Right.
The problem with it is we put that stigma on it. But I just don't I think it's a cop out when people say, oh, you don't pay no attention to me, or you can always leave. That's just the thing. You can always say, you know what, before I destroy this person, maybe I should move on. Because some people never get past that moment, like ever. They're just stuck in that moment. So you done screw them up for the next people they with. Right. You done mess them up. And I think that pastor on TikTok talked about it. And I wish I could remember what he said, but it was so eloquent. But you're stuck in that part. I think it says something about robbing the heart, where the person just takes your heart, and then now when God provides the person you're supposed to be with, you can't see them because that hurt has your eyes blocked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think that to speak to the part where it says men cheat accidentally, I think, and I don't know, I think that they feel that a man is actually, because men are not really tied to sex. So it means kind of more of, I did it, but I wasn't even thinking. Like it really doesn't matter, in my opinion, to what that the man was like, oops, it's so not connected to the man to where he really probably feels like it was accidental. Like, I didn't mean to do that. I stepped on your foot. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But a woman, we're very emotional. And if we are emotional, my emotion is going to be tied into whatever it is that I do to you. And it depends on what happened, because if it's a situation of, yes, he cheated first, so I'm going to cheat back, I'm definitely going to do it to hurt you, because my emotions, my feelings are hurt. Everything is tied into it. But to certain women, it ain't really even no coming back. So I don't know if it's classified as cheating. Me personally, and I'm going to speak for me, I can't speak for everybody else.
There you go.
I ain't coming back. So I wouldn't consider it cheating, because before I left, I'm going to try to exhaust everything it is for me not to even have that thought of wanting to do something else. But if it was a situation to where you've already violated, I know me personally, I wouldn't probably be able to deal with that. So my emotions are going to be everywhere, and it's going to impact our relationship. We're going to probably talk about it and be into it and know if we're at a good spot or not. But at the end of the day, if it's a situation to where I've mentally already left the relationship, it's not going to be cheating to me, because once I go step out, I'm not coming back. I'm going to go be with whatever I just messed with. So to answer some of the questions in the comments, like, they do it to go, women cheat to go find excitement elsewhere. Again, it ain't really, I wouldn't consider it cheating, because if there's anything else exciting to me outside of what I already have, I'm going to go permanently be with the excitement, because I must have reached a point that I don't have any more excitement in the relationship I'm in right now. Like, we must have exhausted everything, and I'm not happy over here. So I'm going to go over there. I don't want both. I want to be wherever I'm excited to be. I want whatever excites me. I want whatever it is that I like.
See, but
So
you have to be careful with that excitement thing because that excitement thing could be temporary.
Exactly.
So
So that's what I'm saying. Most of the time, have we exhausted everything over here? Like, what is it that's so exciting outside of this that I've been dealing with over here? Like, what? How do I know this is long term over there?
you
Like
see,
the excitement. What is that?
here's the thing people understand about the cheating process. That person that you're cheating with is not getting the bills or the stresses of being in a relationship. They're getting all the fun shit. They're getting your best sex
Right.
because it's fresh and new. They're getting your best sex. They're getting the sex that you used to get when y'all first got together. You know what I'm saying? Either
Right.
he giving all of it to it, you know what I'm saying? Doing all the tricks and maybe bringing some new shit into it. But you know what I'm saying? So
Which is why most people don't want to commit.
that's why
Because if you're
that's why it's so exciting because it's first is new. You know, right. But just like anything, you get something new, and after you had it for a while, it loses its shine. It starts to get old. I don't give a damn who it is. It starts to get old. You have to keep that thing going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if that's the case, you're gonna always be chasing that high like a drug. I need to have that new person excitement, and then you need to be by your damn self. Then that's
right. That's how it's gonna stay
be
exciting.
alone, be single and go on Twitter and swipe right all day. That's what you need to be doing.
Right. And that's the fear of men, in my opinion, to commit. Because the minute that I sign up for what you're already committed to, now you're gonna hold that responsibility to me. And it's not gonna be fun over here every day. Shit, we busy, we tired, we got work, we got bills. What I do over here and I'm responsible for in my household on a consistent basis, you don't get to see that. You just get to see the fun side and what you're going through over there. Once I become that person, you're gonna be on to the next hunt. Because now I'm responsible for what you didn't like over there. So that's why a lot of guys, they approach women that are already in it. They rather you be in a relationship or they rather you be married or not tied to them because they get to be Captain Saver. They get to be the one
that was my whole days. That was me. Because women wear it on their face. When they're unhappy in a relationship, if you're a wolf, you can see it. I don't care what
make
kind
your job easier.
If you're a wolf, you can see it.
And the guy at home is catching all the hell, the one that's committed, because he got all the hard goddamn work. He the head of the household. He got to help pay these bills. He got some stuff out here pending he ain't even told you about because he don't want you to worry about it. He's stressed out, losing weight, got a lot of shit going on. That one over there is too, but you're not gonna get to see it because he's not gonna even let you in all the way. He just gonna open up the door when it's time to make you happy and smile, and then send you back. And it's just going to keep repeating. So a lot of men want to admit to it, but it's their responsibility. They don't want it. They don't got time to sit down and deal with all the emotions that us women, crazy tail selves, be going through. They want to send you back.
What's that saying? Old women used to always say, why buy the cow and the milk for free?
Right.
Like, if I'm the person that's getting all, I ain't even say the best side of you, the fun side of you. You ain't talking about no kids. We ain't talking about the light bill dude. We ain't worry about no mortgage. We ain't worry about the upstairs bathroom seat leaking. We ain't done none of that. We just having fun as sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Probably not even going nowhere to eat or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because we really can't see together. So it's a hunch thing. You know what I'm saying? We just getting it in all the time. And it's fun because it's new. And it's exciting. But you go home to your spouse, you got an attitude because you can't be with that person because that person right now makes you happy.
And you can't be free because what you're seeing in the house with your spouse, if he's a true man and leader, he may be trying to hide some of it to keep the stress off of you, but you're seeing it, you pissed off and mad too because you like, damn, here we go again. Yeah, we grown over here. We got responsibilities and we going through some shit. Okay. Now you're mad because you want to run away from that because you feel like you in Disney World over there. It ain't Disney over there. It is not. You just don't know. So I think that, everybody has their own input and intake on it when it comes to cheating or when it comes to why people do things in certain actions. But when you grow up and you really understand life, you deal with life, and everybody is not going to be the same, but everybody ain't grown either. It's a lot of people that's willing to run around here playing for 100 years if they can. And it's just really our choice to decide whether we want to play too.
Right.
Like what they always say, we're gonna build a bullshit. What we gonna do? We're gonna
Exactly.
build or bullshit. It's up to you.
What we doing?
You pick and choose what we gonna do. So that's my 2 cents. Y'all know I love these kind of topics because I see it every day, and I'd be so amazed at how people think different about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
People, and everybody is entitled to feel and think how they want, but it's very always it's she said, build the bullshit. Straight up, Robin. We gotta figure out what are we doing around here. I just need to know because I'm good at both, to be quite honest with you. I just need to know.
What is that we
But
do?
I'm good at both of them. I'm skilled, baby. Don't play with me. Let me know what we doing. Let's keep it real. Let's just keep it real. That's the problem. See, a lot of guys, what y'all don't understand sometimes is that women understand and they're grown. You just got to know how to communicate. So don't have a woman thinking that you want to build and you out here trying to bullshit, baby, because a lot of women, they can do both. Just let them know what it is that we're doing. Be straight up about it.
When I finally figured that out, when I was out there being, like I said, being a hoe, I figured out when I started telling women you ain't the only one, and you either need to decide whether you want to ride with that or move around. Shit just opened up so beautifully for me after that, because I guess it was like, I'm not lying to them, making a decision for them.
Right.
That's what lying is. You're basically making a decision for somebody else. So I just gave them the option, like, just being honest with you, so that way ain't no busting with car windows and all that bullshit right there. We ain't doing that. So I'm just let you know what it is right now. You decide where you want to be.
Absolutely. I see that on a t-shirt coming soon. You want to build a bullshit, baby. What you want to do? Which one?
Always come out anyway in some shape, way, or form.
Yes, absolutely.
Always come through life all the time.
Okay, which is funny. Also, we have another topic coming up. I think these kind of roll into each other a little bit. The next topic we have is: can love be faked?
Yes, fake love.
Fake love, just like fake friends.
Yeah,
fake friends, fake love. Can love be faked?
So
I'm long-winded. I don't know. You tell me your thoughts, Dr. Real.
For me, anything can be fabricated. Why would love be something that's not? There's plenty of people that are acting right now that they love the person they're with and they don't. Probably never have. There's a rich man right now whose wife despises him, but for all intents and purposes, she loved him. But she never loved that man at all. She had something to gain. Or the same thing for the man that's sleep with the older lady, knowing he ain't got no damn care in the world for her, but he has this something invested in it to get something out of it. So yes, love can be faked because everyone has a different way of expressing how they feel, right? So some people are over the top dramatic. There's some people who are very stoic. You don't know they love you or hate you because they don't express any kind of emotion to you, right?
Right.
Like the love language thing we have discussed 1,000 times over. But in my research about this, I found a quote that they contributed to Mark Twain. I'm not sure if he said this or not. It sounds kind of Dr. Realish to me, but I'm gonna let that go though. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. And that kind of stuck with me because I said that kind of ties in what I'm talking about, because the first rule of thumb when someone doesn't really love you is they're not helpful. They're not in support of anything you got going on. They're, what I'm saying? They're present, but they're not present. They don't really care about what you're doing. They always got an excuse why they can't do something. I'm busy. Can you can you set up my podcast stuff for me? And they're like, nah, I can't do that because I gotta do something else. Or I got a company coming over. Can you clean it real quick? Nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? No help at all. Or they just not committed. They become emotionally distant. And if you start listening to what I'm saying, it almost starts to unite with a narcissist. Because if you start listening to what I'm telling you, these are some of the tendencies that a true narcissist will have. They're just not committed. They'll commit enough to get their hooks back in you again, to make you think that they're all in and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because how many girlfriends have you had, Kesha, that you see them coming to the light? They almost, you see them catching on like, man, this is some bullshit. It's not good. But then for some reason they slide right back, even though they know it's not healthy for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got with somebody who knows how to manipulate and pull those strings.
Right.
Their person will always say it's over after one little disagreement. Like, I want to break up. I want a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Someone who like loves you and has that loyalty to you is not going to be ready to just toss something aside that quickly, because you're going to have disagreements in relationships. If you don't, something wrong with your relationship. Trust me.
Right.
Because either y'all really don't know how to express yourselves, or you definitely suppressing things. There's no way you're going to go 365 days of the year and not have some kind of disagreement about something.
Yes,
and it got to be major, because you're going to have some kind of disagreement. They're always unsatisfied. Like no matter what you do, it's never enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to make you keep trying to top yourself to get that love. Again, it starts flowing back into that narcissist again. Doesn't show any kind of concern again. In case you're like, oh baby, man, I just got this construction company going on. He'd be like, yeah, no concern. Or my mom is sick, no concern. You know what I'm saying? If it is, it's fake. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it's not anything genuine. Money attraction. This goes for men and women. Money attraction. They're just there for the good times. When they need something from you, they love bombing the crap out of you. All in your space, all up on you, loving on you, kissing on you. Just everything is beautiful because they want something from you. They know you just got a check or you just got paid, and they want something, so they very nice to you. And as soon as what they acquire what they want, then they right back to what I said on number 3. You know, they become emotionally distant. So they're just manipulating. They become the puppeteer, and you're the puppet. Never at fault. No matter what the hell happened, they're always going to try to spin it to where it's on you, like all the time. They never can say they did something wrong. They're never going to apologize. They're going to make you be the one to come to them all the time. You feel it in your gut. We talked about this before about discernment. Everybody has discernment, in my opinion. A lot of people that are very religious say I'm wrong about that, but I feel like everybody has that conscience. Everybody has that little voice in the back of their head that tells them, hey, I don't think this is a good move for you. I can't think how many times where I was going to a party and I had a gut feeling like, man, I need to get my ass home. And sure enough, somebody got killed at that party. Somebody got shot, or he got shot up, or something bad happened. I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I listened to my conscience, listened to my gut. A lot of times when it comes to love, we don't do that because we seen those red flags in the beginning, but you overlooked them because you wanted what was in front of you. You've seen there's some stuff that you know your ass didn't like about the man or woman you with right now when you met them. But because they were so fine, or it was so fun, or the sex was so fire, or whatever it was, they were just so charming, you just push it to the back of your mind until y'all get some time in, then that shit just flips to the front. Boop, there it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That opposite attract thing. Opposites do attract. Once you got some time in, those opposites sometimes can become deal breakers. Because now you're past that honeymoon stage and shit's done got real now. You know what I mean? And always you're always making the first effort. Like everything. You know, if you don't text them all day, they won't text you. If you don't call, they won't call you. You know, you're doing everything. You're chasing everything. You know, sometimes you might be the better planner in a relationship, but you do everything like that. You're doing everything, and they're basically contributing nothing. They just sitting there like a leech and just sucking on you like a tick and getting fat. So if you see those signs in your partner, this is the time to have an open and honest conversation. Even if you're the only one that's doing it. Because sometimes when you have open and honest conversation, people, they hear you, they just don't want to hear it. but they hear you.
Right.
They hear you. They just don't want to hear it. And because they don't want to hear it, they kind of just block you out in a sense, but they don't hear you. They just don't want to, they don't want to deal with it at that moment because it's not what they wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? And so those kind of conversations normally turn to I'm waiting to respond kind of conversations versus one where we're open and listening. So like I said, you might have to have an open and honest conversation, even if it's just you doing it. But you need to tell them, I know I'm not having it. We ain't doing this no more. This is what it is, but you have to kind of stand behind those words. Because with a narcissist, if they see that you just saying that because your emotion is emotionally fueled and you're mad, and then when you get calmed down and get back to normal, you allow that same behavior to happen, then they don't call your bluff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're done mentally now because they know that you ain't going no damn where. You're talking. You can get mad and walk away. You can come back 2 days later and right back like it was. So,
and that goes to the relationship temp checks we were talking about. You know, and just like Dr. Real said, sometimes it may not be that time. Maybe they don't want to hear it. But if you already got it understood in that situation to where it's about time to do another check-in, that person is going to understand that this is something that happens all the time. It don't matter if an emotional outburst or something took place just right now. It means that at some point, we're going to have to still meet up again because it's temp check time. You know, we that's where we're opening up the lines of communication. What's going on? Where we at? You act in a certain kind of way. That's just something that should be routine, you know, so that it's not a shocker and a person don't get a chance to just shut down and don't say nothing and just listen, like Dr. Real saying, and they don't even want to hear it. You got to understand at some point we're going to communicate. My thoughts on can love be fake is because it's so simple and we talk about it a lot. Like, to me, I'm not really too big on the love because people love a lot of stuff. And if I hear so many people be like, well, he said he loved me or she said she loved me, and I'm like, to me, it just don't weigh enough. There's so many different things that has to be tied into it. And there's so many different actions and things that have to go along to where the love just ain't that big. So hell yeah, you can fake it easily. Mm-hmm. People get beat up in relationships all the time. And people look and tell them I did it because I love you. Well, they don't love me like that. I don't want to be loved like that. So people have different definitions of love. So you lying and faking to me because you don't love me. You going upside my head. That is definitely not love. Right. I don't want to be loved like that. So right. I think because love can be described in so many different ways that a person can describe it to, it can definitely easily be faked. You know, that's why I'm real big on respect and loyalty and, you know, things that will lead up to you feeling the same way I feel about that. That means to me, love is going to be shown because you don't want to see certain things happen to me or me feel a certain kind of way. But love, I feel like it can easily be faked. Easily. People fake it all the time. Not a matter of fact, and it's a whole nother subject. And we ain't going to even have time. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, it's people that get to come over here from other countries because you're faking love each other. You can fake a whole segment of some stuff because somebody trying to get over here. And you have to go meet up with these people and everything. And either they some good actors or it's just some fake love going on. So hell yeah, it can be fake. It didn't happen. It's still happening.
It's too easy to do it.
It's too easy to do it. They sitting here looking like they've been together for 35 years and they sitting over here just met each other on Facebook. You see what I'm saying?
I know the answers on the test. I know the answers on the test. They done sit there and know the basics about each other.
Exactly. So yes, it can be faked. It can definitely be fake.
Hell yeah, it can be fake.
So, man. Whew,
Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna give y'all 3 of them. One I found to wrap up the topic, and I found this while I was just doing my research in there. It's not mine, but I love it. It says, "Don't be the first to start a conversation, and see who really wants to talk to you." And I was like, "Okay, I feel you, bruh." That's kind of deep. I love it because that's true. A lot of us are watering are watering plants that have no growth. You know what I'm saying? You're
Mm,
calling them and you're texting them and you're chasing after them, and you realize you're the only one putting the effort, and relationship's not growing. It's because they done moved on without telling you. But then other
right,
people are like, oh, I get busy, okay, but ain't nobody busy 24 hours a damn day.
right.
You work on that. You know what I'm saying? A text takes 3 seconds. But 10 more, 10 minutes what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just, if you don't do that, you're just lazy. Um, and these two are mine. It's amazing that enough people tell the same lie, it somehow becomes true. That's why I always say, hear with your eyes and see with your ears. Uh, Pretty simply, body language. You know what I'm saying? You can tell more about what people do with their body language than they tell out their mouth. And lastly, a poor decision can make your past mistake your present regret. So going into
Mhm.
2022, hope y'all get your New Year's alterations together. That's what I call. I don't do resolutions. I do alterations because I think your life is like fabric, and every now and then you got to expand it out, and sometimes you got to trim. That's why I call my New Year's resolutions alterations, because I'm altering the fabric of my life.
That's it.
Just a perspective, y'all.
Woo, wait. New Year's is right around the corner. I don't know. It just feel like this whole year just flew by. To me, it's like ever since that lockdown came and they got us off a lockdown, and I don't. Do you think we're gonna have another lockdown?
Um, I don't think we can financially afford a lockdown.
True. I'm with
That
you on that.
because they hiding a lot of what's happening on Capitol Hill. We're getting
Yeah.
snippets how really we're walking on ultra thin ice with the economy, and they're trying to make us feel good about it. But when you have the Treasury talking about they about not to start honoring some of their obligations, you got a motherfucking problem on your hands, fam. That's the
Yes.
Treasury, and they tell me they might not be able to honor some of their debts. Like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
What? What the hell's going on? And then they're talking about getting
Snippets.
the child tax credit, talking about getting rid of that, not going into next year with it. Even
Well,
though
wait a
that
minute.
so many families, like, I don't understand these damn politicians. They make my stomach hurt. They make my ass itch. I hate them. And I don't hate much, but I hate them because they don't care about the people that put their ass in office. What you talking
Yeah.
about? You want this welfare. Every time we doing something social to help somebody get better, the Republicans love to call stuff welfare. And they like to demonize it and make it seem like giving somebody a hand up is bad. But y'all give corporations hands up all the time with them tax breaks. So I guess they getting welfare too, huh? What you talking about?
Right.
That's why I'd be like, oh, these people, they make me so sick. They don't care about us. Michael Jackson said it. We weren't listening to him. They don't
Right.
care about us. They don't.
I
Oh,
shared a post. It was really, really long. I don't know if everybody read it, but it really hit me when I read it. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, she right. This girl, she posted and she said that I don't ever want to be in the middle. She said, you
yeah.
got the rich, you got the middle class, and you got the poor. And she said she had a whole fight with her cousins because they were like, how you not, like, trying to make her feel like you're not proud that you're middle class. You want to be ungrateful and you would rather be poor. And what she said made a good point, because she was saying, like, the math says that if you make anywhere between um middle class, it's considered anything between like $59,000 or something like that, to the range of maybe 100, and I want to say they said like 180 something thousand. You're considered middle class. If you make, the rich is just rich. And she said, when you're rich, you don't have any worries because you pay everything cash. You don't have to worry about qualifying for certain benefits. You don't have to worry about stressing over bills because you got the money to pay for it. Well,
Right.
when you're poor, you're still making money, but at the same time, you're actually going to qualify for more because you got some income coming in, but you can still qualify for certain help and assistance. It's less stress, it's no pressure. Well, when you're middle class, you make too much. Well, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yep. Make
So
too
you're
much,
looking
not
at,
enough.
yeah, you looked at like you got money, but you don't. You just knowing how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And when is that going to change? So people are making a decision of, hell, am I gonna fall? Probably ain't gonna be rich. Should I fall down here to the considered low class? Because I think I could eat a little bit better if I get over here. In the middle, I'm drowning. I'm gonna die. I'm struggling. And it's like, it's very, very, it's a sad case. And she was so right. It was a very, very, very long post, but I read, I was like, dang, that is so true.
Yeah, because you right, like it clearly says in the name, you in the middle. You
in the middle.
You make too much.
You're taking care of everybody.
And not enough. And you're the most heavily taxed out of all of them because they don't tax the rich, and the poor get, and rightfully so, get to claim more deductions and things. They get their EIC and they get the $10,000 tax return. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you get $10 in a damn Burger King coupon. That's your
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I read about bigger tax hits are about to come on the rise. Like next year is supposed to be so many increases on the taxes that we're going to be paying coming up is going to be off the wham. So, get ready for it. It's going to be deep.
You called this a couple months ago when you said this free money ain't going to just come from nowhere. You called this
right.
And I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's never something for free. It's just not.
Time to pay.
And I don't know how the hell we still don't understand that as grown as we are. There's nothing free. I don't give
Time to pay the piper.
There's always something attached to it. Even if it's unknown. Like, yeah, we deserve to get that money. We could. The pandemic was handled poorly. I hope I can say this real quick.
Yeah.
It was handled poorly.
Yeah.
You had a president who had so much machismo and holding his nuts. Donald Trump didn't care. He's that prototypical 1950s style man.
Yeah.
Caveman dude. That's who he was. Let me poke my chest out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like being stupid and not really responding to it. You get rid of the damn not really the pandemic team, but I forgot what that team that Obama put together. He dismantled it. Like right before this whole pandemic hit. Like, what the hell? So this whole thing has been mishandled poorly. And there's people who still have not recovered from the effects of 2019 and 2020. What happened because it was hit so hard financially. Like everybody talking about, there's so many jobs. Yeah, but you're doing the working poor jobs. $12 an hour. Let me knock on the screen for y'all people hiring. $12 an hour is like shit for a grown person. I'm sorry. That's not.
Say it again for the people in the back.
$12 an hour is not grown-up money. $16 an hour is not grown-up money. These people got responsibility. These people got bills, like real bills. If they went to college, they went to college. They average. If they got a student loan, they average student loan debt is $65,000. I'm so sorry if $16 an hour is not what I'm talking about. And you want a damn master's degree for $14 an hour. What are we talking about?
Right.
So my bachelor's degree is not enough, and you want to pay me $14.50 an hour with a bachelor's degree. What? And 15 years experience in a role you're hiring for. But that's what you're gonna do to me? Because this is an employer's market. Because you know what I'm saying? There's a revolution. If y'all companies don't see this, there's a revolution going on with workers. Like you wonder why it takes so long to get your Popeyes and it takes so long to get the restaurant, because people ain't trying to do that crap no more. They're not. You know, if you look at to go to Kroger, you're gonna be waiting in line. Sometimes you've been waiting in line for an hour because people don't want to be cashiers no more. They seen how you treated them during the damn pandemic. You didn't even want to give them people like hazard pay that actually had to go to work, the Kroger's and the Walmart.
Exactly.
So they looking like, okay, I can go do DoorDash and kind of make and run my own hours and make my own. You know what I'm saying, if I do it right, I can make some pretty good money. And I'm being my own boss. I can go 2 or 3 hour lunch and not say nothing. I can go to my kids' recital and then go make some money. I can go do the graduation ceremonies from the 8th grade, and the stuff that I couldn't do when I worked for corporate America. You know what I'm saying? So they better wake up because like there's a social revolution when it comes to workers, and it's past time. Haven't had one of those in the early 1900s, so it's time for a revolt for the working class. It's time. Been time.
Those are facts. Those are facts. I know that we talked a lot, y'all, but we missed y'all and we had so much catching up to do. So we wanted to kind of get in everything. Y'all make sure you tune in tomorrow. Also, we have the Mamapreneur podcast that's hosted by Robin. She will be rocking with us tomorrow. Her and she will be spotlighting a mamapreneur. So make sure you guys tune in between 8 and 9 p.m. Again, myself and Dr. Real, we're here every Wednesday night between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. Also, don't forget to catch Bree. She always give you that tea. She does real estate. She give you the know, keep you in the know of what's going on, and it's buying and selling with Bree with her show. And be on the lookout for some other updates that we have coming soon. Coming soon. So, y'all, this has been a really, really, really good show. We really enjoyed you all. As we always say, we ain't got to go home, but y'all know we got to get the hell up out of here. And we will see y'all next week. Y'all be safe and have a good night.